Hello and welcome back to my Creative 444 series. Yes, we'll continue calling it 444 even if it's a lot of other numbers involved in it. Nevertheless, that's what we call it. This month, January, I haven't done that much, have I? I've done my Pokemon, of course, and the reason I'm doing the Pokemon is actually because these are DS and 3DS games, and from 8th of April these are no longer valid in Nintendo. You can't use DS or 3DS from 8th of April, which means that I can't really go up to the Pokebank and get that stuff. So I have to do that beforehand. Now you can use the Pokebank for the other bank for the Switch. That's okay, but you can't do it the other way around. I don't think I can use the Pocket Transporter, for instance. So they are on one end. Now I'm not really hurrying that one much. Another thing that has been a lot doing is small figures. This is pilots, look like, and some cubes. And I use something called blue stuff some sort of latex to make these ones. You see, if you're a poor guy and you can't afford a 3D printer like the rest of the world, you have to use whatever means you can, and this is doable. You can reuse these over and over again, which is nice. And it looks like this when we start. That's the blue stuff. 4 blue rods, easy to fix, and then this is the green stuff. It's actually yellow and blue, but when you twist them all together they become green, and when they are green enough you can use it to mold these ones. You put it under pressure inside your these forms, and 24 hours later it has been stiffened. Very nice things to use when you're a poor guy like me. Doesn't cost much, actually, not where I am. Now, as you probably know, these cubes we are using in most of my print and play, and I have had yet another print and play this month. It's called Porsche Forthright Celebrated Steam Driven Velocipede. Very fun game, actually. You use a normal deck of cards, nothing particular with that, and some cubes in order to move around. And then we have these clocks. As you can see, we have diamonds, clubs, hearts, and spades and hearts, and each of these controls these things that you have to develop. But hearts also controls your willpower pills and of course your despair. And this you can play twice in the same round. As soon as you have finished your velocipede, you can actually go and see if you can patent it. That is, you're going to go back again all the way down to the glorious idea. If you want to, you don't have to. Very fun game, and as I said, I needed 17 because you're going to put one on each one here that you are using, and the most you can use is 17. So that's where that come from. Yeah, that was Porsche. Now I have tested some other stuff as well, mostly solo gaming. Now there is solo games that I didn't even know were solo games. Like, this one. Sherlock Holmes. Consulting Detective, it's the name of it when you are in England. We call it just Elementary, My Dear Watson. And there are 10 different cases you have to do through. This is from 1987. The game itself came in 82, but there has been a lot of new ones reprinted and new cases. You can do this for yourself. Sherlock Holmes gets 100 points, never mind how he does it, he just does it. And you can get more than 100 points because you have some extra bonus questions you can answer that he doesn't can do. But the first case I made 35 points, not the best one. I don't have much space. This you might recognize. Yes, you can actually do this for yourself. You just play 3 guys at the same time, and one of them cannot be the researcher. It's way too easy. It was fun. It was fun. And then I had also El Grande. Was also fun. And this one, there is actually a little challenge. You can take out 20 different types of tiles and only 4 meeples, and try to get as many points as possible, and then try to beat that points with 20 new ones. And you can also use all the expansions if you want to, which is nice. Now this solo gaming is going to go back towards my normal doing in the afternoons, so they are not going to be in Creative 444. It's just I'm trying to make sure that I test everything and got time to just test and write down what I feel about it. That's what I do. Okay, now next one is of course my cars. Not sure that you can see this, but this is a Ford Granada 73 Coupe. So what I do normally is I start with some pictures from the internet, and in this case I had 2 different ones. A red one, as you can see here. This the pot here, that was the red one, and then the white one. Now the white one seems to be a 1975 coupe. So I just added the biggest difference between them, because in the 75 it goes straight, and in the 72 and the 73 it goes a bit of a nice bow, like in Corvettes and stuff. So what I start with is I take one of these. Doesn't matter if it's left or right, I don't bother, but it's all normally just one. Make sure that the base, the wheel base, is correct for the scale, 1 to 32 scale. And that means that anything else, heights and all that, it should be the same or close enough. Then I copy this one in Photoshop, twist it horizontally and make a copy for the other side. That means that they are exactly the same. These 2 are the ones that controls the whole car. You know that it's going to be a box car, so it's not going to be anything splendid such. And this one is just a thing that I add, putting it inside. This is actually the floor, by the way, and that's all I have. I don't have any floor getting out here anymore. I have taken away that one. Next step is of course to see what I can do with, come on, late life on my printer. I start to do some other stuff. You should be the right way. Now I have make sure that that red stuffy is gone. I make sure that I still have some sort of loop. You can't see it because I have to fix it. And now I also have the front and the back, and that one I've moved up there. And here is the ceiling, the hood, and the back boot. This one is taken from the red paper. So I don't know if this measurement is correct. But I try to measure everything. I don't know if this is scale 1 to 32 even, but I try to measure. This is one is scale 1 to 32, so I'll take that measurement and then try to see if that fits here. I also take the windshield, if that's the same length of stuff, and this is what I came up with. Of course I don't know if it fits, so what I do is I print out a copy of this on ordinary paper and build a model that is, of course, it's very well, it's not like it's going to be held up by anything, and I don't have much stuff, but I did see that I had at least 6 millimeters both here and here to take away, so I have to cut this part and that part and make it a bit shorter. But the rest seems to fit approximately. Now I did want the windshield, the back shield, to be a bit further down, but I will probably just paint that. Now this one is going to be thrown away, but from that one I could then do the last before I do a real test. And now actually you can see, perhaps, I'm not sure, but there are cuts here and here. It is shortened. I have made some of these, I don't know what you call them, I call them flaps. And these are the things that I glue on. So I start by taking this one, fold it, fold even this part. So it's, because it's normally a bit like so. And then I'll take this, fold, 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 this, fold, 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 and then I start this. And I only fold these, and then here, here, and I bend this one, probably. I always start with the windshield. I've learned my lesson. Windshield is the thing to do, nothing else. So next step is to build a real model of this. This is my finished thing. And if that doesn't work, I have to do some measurements and move, yeah, you know. That's about it. It's fun to do that. It's very fun. Next month, or February this month, I'm going to do some ancestry. I do have some old things that I've got from my uncle's wife, actually, Margareta Harlin. And these are my grandmothers on my mother's side. This is my grandmother's father and grandmother's mother on my mother's side. And then I'll have, this is my grandmother's mother's father from 1844. And I also have all his, all the way up here to 1707. So I have a lot to just add to my program. Now, otherwise, on the news side, well, I might do some RPG. Might, I'm not sure. We'll see about that. Next one will be shorter, that's for sure. Thank you for watching, and bye.